Coach Kevin Keats to his left, Craig Ponder to his right, Chris Fleming. We'll start with a statement from Coach Keats on the win, and then open up for some questions. Raise your hand, we'll bring the mic around.
Well, before you guys ask me questions, don't be surprised that a Charleston and UNCW game goes all the way down to the end. You know, in my 2 years here, we've had at least 4 games that went down to the end, and you have to give Earl a lot of credit. His team's one of the best defensive teams in the league and probably in the country, and they did everything they could. They did a great job in the first half. We struggled to score. I didn't like the things that we were doing. We didn't have player movement, ball movement. Only had 4 assists at halftime, and we talked about, you know, playing with energy, getting out and doing the different things and sharing the basketball. And certainly when you look at it, we came on the second half, and I thought we played with a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and what a great game it was.
Kevin, a lot of those guys, this is their first time playing on this stage. You know, hardly any of them have played in a CAA tournament. What was that like last couple minutes there in huddles? I mean, did you see any nerves, or how did you feel like your guys handled that?
No, I didn't see any nerves. What happens a lot of time in tournament situation is when you're the team that get the bye, you haven't played yet. So the other teams, the other 4 teams that play, the 2 winners, they've already played, so they were able to get their early jitters out. In their second game, they're ready to play. And I just thought we stood around too much. Our game plan going into the game was to have player movement and ball movement, and we didn't. And give those guys credit. They really make you work for every basket that you get. But I didn't think our guys were nervous. I just thought we were sluggish coming out at the beginning.
Yeah, defensively, I mean, they made 7 of 9 threes in the first half. Was there defensive adjustments there, or you just figured that eventually they would kind of miss?
Well, I yelled at Craig. He'll tell you in a minute. Because I thought he gave up a couple jumpers to Cam Johnson. And, we talked about it at halftime. If you look at the halftime score, College of Charleston had 21 points from 3 and 11 from the free throw line. So 32 of their 40 points came from the three-point line and the free throw line. I thought we played enough defense, half court, but we lost them in transition. They made some baskets. So, we had to make sure we took away the three-point line in the second half and play without fouling.
Some big baskets from C.J. Bryce there. Was that something that a matchup that you liked coming in and thought you could get something out of?
Well, we wanted him to stay aggressive. When you look at him, I'm proud of him because I thought he lost his aggression the last 2 or 3 games, and I thought he got it back tonight, especially in the second half. 9 points and 8 rebounds, and we needed every point that he gave us.
Coach, seemed like a frustration factor in the first half. Maybe the fouls that were mounting up. What did you tell him the second half that changed defensively?
Well, I think we're like every team in the country. When you're not scoring baskets, everything struggles. Your defense struggles. You can't get out in transition. We couldn't get in our press. And so once we started scoring, I think that changed a lot of different things because in the second half we made some baskets and we were able to get in our press. When we're a pressing team, we're a much better team.
This is for Chris or Craig. What emotion is going through your head when you finally see a ball go in the basket, because you both hit one early and it seemed like everybody followed you from there?
Okay. We did a great job of feeding off each other's energy. Chris got a couple of big shots in the beginning of the first half. I believe Denzel hit one, then I hit one and followed up, and we all just kept feeding off each other's energy. We kept getting stops on the defensive end and carrying that over to the offensive end.
Yeah, I guess Chris, following up on that stretch. I mean, for you, what was that like? You guys needed points there, and to be able to get them so quick to start the second half.
I think it just gave us great energy. We were able to jump in our press and really stay aggressive and attack them on defense.
Craig, what is the feeling as a senior in the last moments of a game like that, and you're seeing shots go up that with the game on the line and playing to the end?
It just makes you want to play harder. It's my last time. It's some of these guys' first time, and we're hungry, man. So we showed our hunger in the second half.
Coach, is there ever a point in the season you can go back and look and say, I mean, regardless of being a top seed, all the expectations on you, where you figured like this team, you're confident enough when you even go down like that, even in a big game like this where you're not worried and that they make a comeback? I mean, was there a point where you identified, no, this team can do that, as opposed to maybe others that can't get over the hump when you get down big?
Well, that's a great question. I think it started in the non-conference. We were playing Georgetown, and with 5 minutes left to go in the game, we were down 25, and we cut the lead to 3 with about 2 minutes to go in the game. And then obviously the other game at Hofstra, when we were down 20 in the game, kind of had a similar first half, and we just battled back, and we won the game. You know, because we're a pressing team, we never feel like we're out of the game. And, you know, we just wanted to stay the course and do what we knew if we could score, that our press could come into play. And certainly when Chris came out and made shots, and Denzel and then Craig made a big shot, we were able to get into our press.
Talk about the contributions of Marquise. Even when he picked up those fouls late, you were able to stick with him late. Why the confidence when he picked up those fouls?
Well, John, he's playing well lately, and he's been a great job. And you know, as you know, we've struggled with ball screen coverage from most of our post guys. I know you look at it, and you look at it where, you know, he had a very good night, you know, 8 for 10 and 16 points. I thought that was very good, but I was more impressed with his defense on the other end. Thought he did a great job. I thought he did a great job rebounding the basketball. I thought he communicated. I thought he had a couple great block shots, but he's a guy that we need to play and start to play better in order for us to continue to move on.
Craig, Coach talked about yelling at you a little bit there at halftime. For you guys in that locker room, and what was the mood like there after you play a first half that so much does go wrong?
We were really upset with our defensive efforts in the first half, so that's all we talked about, is making sure we got out on those screens, on those down screens, make sure we guarded the three-point line a lot better than we did the first half, and made sure we picked up our defensive intensity.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about the bench play from you guys tonight, 28 points off the bench? Is that something you guys would like to use tomorrow against Towson or Northeastern?
Yeah, we're a deep team, and that's we get a lot of contributions off the bench. It's been and since CAA play, because we can rotate a lot of guys in. You know, I thought Dylan Sherwood came in and made a big shot. I thought Jordan Talley made a couple big baskets to the rim. I thought that Marquis, obviously coming off the bench, played well. But we've been able to use our bench a lot, and we're used to scoring off the bench. And these guys know this. I really don't have any starters. So the guys that play, I consider them all starters. So we feel comfortable playing a lot of guys.
After you expend that much energy and play a hard-fought game like that, what is it going to take to turn around and do it again tomorrow for this group, and what is the plan kind of for these next however many hours it is until the next game?
Well, you know, if you're going to win a championship, you got to prepare in a short amount of time, obviously, and that's not just us. You know, there's a game after us that we'll play the winner of those guys, and we hope the game goes into triple overtime. So it'll be a long game for those guys. But, you know, we're prepared. I think this team is built for a tournament run because of the fact that we play a lot of guys.
All right. Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.